Hi everyone. So in this video, we're going to have a quick look at brain and heart coherence. So the other day I talked about the left and right brain hemisync, and the reason why I brought this topic up is because it is one of the ways that we actually accomplish brain and heart coherence through the nervous system and through the mind. And as anyone who watches my channel, I do talk about connecting the mind and body as one, as this has been the way for me when it comes to learning about manifestation and creating things in my reality. So when we want to actually connect the left and right brain hemisphere, we can do this through activities that engage the left and right brain together. So when we are not aligned with the right and left brain, we will know this through our emotions. This means that when we actually have a positive elevated emotion that we can sustain for a few minutes, we are actually connecting the brain and heart coherence in that moment. So I'm going with the example of Dr. Joe here, as I know that I do talk a lot about Dr. Joe on my channel, and so I wanted to bring in what he talked about through elevated emotion. So they did studies in Becoming Supernatural in his book Supernatural, and he talked about how when students that were being researched had an elevated emotion of gratitude for 15 to 20 minutes per day. So we're talking about 15 to 20 minutes of sustaining a emotional state of being that is just pure joy and gratitude, meaning that they were elevated in their emotion of positivity. So 15 to 20 minutes a day, that is all we really have to do to get into that kind of focused way of being where the brain and heart is actually aligned through this positive elevated emotion. And gratitude can be seen as probably one of the ones that we could get in there faster, because when we take a few minutes of our time to actually sit down and really think about what it is that we are grateful for, we will find that we are actually elevating that emotion within, and it's pure, it's positive, because we're coming out with gratitude for what it is that we want, or gratitude for what it is that we are creating, or gratitude for what it is that we already have within our reality. So what they found then after this study, I think it was for 4 days, they had students to sit down for 15 to 20 minutes in this elevated emotion, and they noticed then after the 4 days that they actually had changed the gene expression within their body, meaning that the cells were changing through the positive emotion into a more positive way of being. So when we are wanting to actually get into a fast alignment through the brain hemisync and the heart coherence, positive elated emotion is actually the fastest way. Now, when we are connecting the brain and heart together, it does not mean that we have to be sitting in meditation or that we have to be sitting in a relaxing way of being. What studies have shown is that relaxing ourselves and our bodies and our mind and everything down is a physiological experience, meaning that we are just relaxing the body. And the fastest way for manifestation, for changing things in our body, is to actually have a little bit of emotion going on that is excitement. So you're kind of exciting the rhythm of your heart while you are meditating, for example, if you can get into that rhythm of being. So breathing techniques are very good for getting the heart and brain in coherence. As anyone knows, I do talk about breath work a lot, because I am all about connecting the nervous system and the brain together in a coherent way for manifestation, because we want to be sustaining and maintaining what it is that we want in our life, rather than existing in affirmations all of the time and maybe stressing ourselves out by not actually regulating our nervous system. So for me, the nervous system is the most important thing when it comes to manifestation, because when our body is in that kind of aligned way of being, we act out in more focused ways, in more ways of clarity. Our brain and heart is incoherent, even if we're not sitting down in a relaxing meditation, because once our brain and heart is coherent, we can still be out doing our work and doing what it is that we do every day, but we will be coming from a more of a clarity way of being. We will be more focused, we will be more efficient, we will be acting on things that are beneficial, and that is how we know then that we are in brain and heart coherence. When we are not in brain and heart coherence, that is when the negative emotions come up. So negative emotions really are they are memorized feelings from the past, but our left brain, as I said before, is the logical side and our right brain is the creative side. So it's more of the emotional side. So obviously then if our left brain is always reasoning and it's not agreeing with what we are feeling in the moment maybe, or creating in the moment with the right side, that is how we know then we get into kind of a disalignment, and that is when the negative emotion comes up, because we know there is something not balanced there. We know that we're not having balance. So in those moments, that's when we say, okay, we're not in balance right here. The left and right's not agreeing with one another at the moment. So why is this? Let me just sit down now and have a wee think about why the left and right brain are not in healthy sync with one another. So in those moments then I'm going to do breath work. I'm going to do a few affirmations, maybe I do a meditation, or maybe I go out for a walk. Now, you can actually actively connect your left and right brain hemi sync together when you're out for a walk, and when you are connected, when you are moving your body. So if you are moving your body when you're out for a walk, you're going left, right, left, right. Say you're swinging your arms and you're walking left, right, left, right. When you do that, say your affirmations, because as you continue to walk, say you're out for a walk for about 20 to 30 minutes, that can be seen as a meditation, and your affirmations are going to be more clear because you are connecting the left and right movements at the same time. They're connecting with one another, they're agreeing with one another. There is no time for disagreement, and so what you are telling it as you are walking is becoming more clear and more potent to the brain, and ultimately impressing onto the subconscious mind, opening up new neural pathways, meaning that your brain is accepting that whatever it is that you are telling it is a possibility, and then the reticular activating system will take it in and start to look for it in your reality. So when we are thinking about brain and heart coherence, the fastest way to get there is through positive elevated emotions. So gratitude, that would be the number one I can think of right now to get into that, to sustain it for about 15 to 20 minutes in your day. Gratitude for what it is that you are experiencing in your reality, or getting into mindfulness, acceptance. When we come into that true acceptance of ourselves with no judgment for where we are, true acceptance of our reality for where we are as well too, we come into that kind of brain and heart coherence as well, because we have, again, the gratitude, the love for where we are, because we're accepting it in the moment. And through acceptance comes love, comes gratefulness, comes into that wholeness and completeness within ourselves. So when we want to get into a fast way of brain and heart coherence, think about becoming whole within oneself. Think about what you do to be feeling complete in oneself. Think about what you do to raise that elevated emotion within you. Maybe you do get it through meditation. I myself get it through meditation. I do get it through gratitude as well too. Think about all of these ways that you can actually raise this positive emotion within yourself. And as you raise it, then come in with your affirmations and continue to keep your thoughts optimistic, and then go on with your day. So remember, 15 to 20 minutes a day is all it takes, as the study showed in Dr. Joe book Supernatural, that it was 15 to 20 minutes of a period of 4 days. It's not even a week, where they noticed changes then in the cells of the students that they were researching. So I wanted to do a quick video on that. If you have any more questions, you can comment down below, and thank you so much for the likes, comments and subscribe, and I will chat to you soon.